In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anoa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the Sacred Blood Bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever, and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia. He goes for the quick pin attempt. He throws a shoulder up before two.
He's trying to get this done fast, looking to avoid going into deep waters.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worth that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Have to dig deep if you want to reach the top of the cage.
and finally reaches the top of the steel cage. He's trying to escape. He's got to give everything he has to push himself over the top.
You can almost taste it now.
Having a problem lifting that other leg over.
Peter Maivia, very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows, maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
He's pulled back down mid-climb.
The decision to start climbing so soon turned out to be a costly one.
Well-executed hip toss. I'll just leave it at this. Nobody comes into a match hoping to get chucked around like that.
The climb to the top now is going to take every ounce of energy.
Starting to ascend the steel cage. At last, he's climbed to the top of the steel cage. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anoa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great
Taking flight.
He fails to connect. Oh, look at a torture their opponent.
Oh, this isn't going to be good.
Oh, man.
good golly, what a knee.
He'll wind up elbow drop.
Right to the back of the neck.
George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief, Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
From the heavens, splash from the top.
Oh, ouch. Oh, kick connects. Ooh.
Just dominated the animal with that one.
Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steel as competitors. One male based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steel is, well, he's an ugly creature. Enough hair on his upper torso to classify as fur. Folds in his bald head. He's like a modern-day Neanderthal.
Momentum is all with Maivia now.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief.
Headbutt from behind. Vicious, downright savage club right there.
Oh, the fans pressing out. Are they biting them and then smashing their head into the mat? More bites and more smashes.
Ouch. My goodness, calm down. Freakazoid? You saw that one coming.
George Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will throw at him, even inside a cage.
Nothing fancy here. Tasting victory.
Look, reflex.
Definitely an unorthodox strategy. He must have something else planned.
Big impact.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification.
What's Maivia got here? There's the backbreaker.
Maivia can taste it now.
Cover. Why on earth would he give up the pin?
He's got bad intentions.
Gradually getting closer and closer to the top.
Best seat in the house, sitting up high on top of the cage. Victory could be close at hand, but first he's got to get himself over the top of the cage.
He's halfway home. Time to start the descent.
And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia!
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory.